Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Dysfunctional Gamer from TGN, Career Path and Video. I haven't really been uploading to my own channel as of late. Well, life's been pretty busy, school, all that good stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and start trying to pick it back up. Lately, on my free time, I've been playing a little bit of Wise, Is, whatever you want. I don't know what they call this game, but it's Origins. It was originally released on the PC, I guess, a couple years ago, and it was just recently released on Steam about maybe a little over a month ago. And as I've had time with my newborn and everything, I've been playing. Now, as for anybody that's played this game, you know straight away that things tend to be very overpowered. This game, the series for that matter, is generally a major grind fest. Like, you'll sometimes just have to sit there and find a good spot. And here, I mean, I'm killing these things, or I think I'm killing them. Trying to figure it out, and then remembering because it's been a bit since I played. It's like when these things are flashing red, you have to kill them to unlock, something else that's basically the same color as you saw that wall. But these things aren't taking much damage, and they're just destroying me. And that's frustrating because these things won't die. The only things that die are the things that are flashing red, which even then they're annoying because they spray that stupid green stuff. And you slide, and it's really annoying because you're trying to kill something, and out of nowhere, I try all different things to do more damage, but apparently the only thing, like I said, I can do in order to make myself actually more capable of killing these things is basically to level up more. Other thing to do would be to strategize better. And the problem is this game isn't like MMOs where you get used to not standing in stupid, as they say. Well, and like say for example World of Warcraft, you swing, you basically stay in place. Here, your swing moves you forward, which can work to your advantage in some ways, can work to your disadvantages in another, because it also knocks mobs back. But you get overwhelmed in this. And apparently standing in this quicksand is not the best thing. Oh, well, let's try this again, shall we? So, yes, I'm only human. I make mistakes too. Um, it took me a bit. I mean, this area is just frustrating. So I go ahead and try this out as much as I can. Trying to figure, okay, is there a specific strategy that I should use instead? Or maybe should I go grind out another level or two? Problem is, in this area, there really isn't much to kill. Now, there's two other paths, so I'll have to go check those out here shortly. Because, what I'm doing right now just does not seem to be working out. Because those things are really annoying, and yeah, just can't seem to be. They can't seem to do enough damage, and apparently this does not work. Trying to go back and heal, trying to be smart, forgetting, mind you, that I have an item that if I stand still for a bit, after a certain amount of time, I will start healing gradually. It's kind of like a little regen token, but you have to remain stationary, which gets really tricky when you're being overwhelmed. So you have to kind of find a vantage point where you can't be reached. So can go and look around and see if there's any place to go. That's a bit too high. Can't go there. And sadly, those things do not give experience points when you kill them, which is mildly annoying. Actually, that's a lie. That's very annoying. Screw that. I mean, because as these things respawning, that'd be like XP heaven. Just freaking sit there and farm the crap out of these bastards. Just keep on killing them and just racking the XP. But no, they don't actually die. If I had to compare them to something, I would compare it to, oh god, Mario. those stupid bones. Forget what they're called, but the little skeletal Koopas that you can knock them out or whatever, but they eventually just get right back up and start chasing after you again, very slowly, mind you. Never really understood how people actually get hit by those, considering how slow they move. But whatever. So I mean, and as a student of game design, I'm not sure how I feel about the whole aspect of grinding out, being forced to grind out levels just to be strong enough to take things out. Because it's not necessarily bad design, but it is frustrating. I wouldn't call it good design. I wouldn't call it bad design. It's just kind of meh. I mean, there's an obvious solution. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. And the only real issue that I can see is that a lot of players, who play these games, they want a challenge. But when you have to sit there and just grind out and become more powerful, it just kind of takes away the challenge. I mean, here I'm trying and trying and trying, but those things just don't die. Which, okay, that presents a good challenge. But the fact that I can barely scratch these things, and I'm at a considerable level. I'm like 26, I think, 27, something like that. It shouldn't be that hard. I mean, the challenge here should just come from being overwhelmed. But considering I just whomped a major boss before this, but screw this, because this ain't working. So let's just go ahead and explore elsewhere. But yeah, I don't think that's a good way to go. Just force players to grind. Otherwise, they're going to get jacked up, tore up from the floor up, as they say. But I mean, look, even my special abilities aren't hitting very hard, and that's just silly. It doesn't make any sense. But I didn't make the game, obviously. This game was made several years ago while I was still an active duty Marine. But overall, it's fun. I like the graphics. I like this character design. You're taking a female lead who can't use magic, and that's one of the big things about the story is how she's following in her father's footsteps to be a knight, but she can't use magic. That's cool. But the fact that she's strong in another way. Usually you look at RPGs, it's traditional RPGs, not MMOs, and you see female characters wielding maybe a gun, a small sword, a knife, bows and arrows. You don't see them wielding heavy weapons, but this girl, Unica, is using a big freaking axe, and she swings it hard and fast, and that's impressive to me. Because normally you think of wielding an axe, you think of them just chopping away slowly. You could tell the axe is of considerable size, and she still swings it pretty hard, pretty fast. The sword tends to do more damage, but the drawback of the big ass sword is that it swings less times and it takes a bit more recovery, whereas the axe, you just go balls to the wall. But yeah, this game is dangerous because some of these things hit you freaking hard, and you don't get potions per se that you could just use, which that's kind of frustrating. Granted, having a free heal if I just stand there in some safe place is kind of nice, but yeah, see, slime will make you bump into things, but yeah, I don't. Special abilities doing one, maybe fast ones, but it's still low damage. So obviously I have to grind out a few. Now these guys right here, to me this is like a XP heaven because they multiply. And if I use my big sword, I get a wide arc, and I can grind out a few levels because as they multiply, I can just keep on wiping them out. And obviously that's a useful thing to do, but you know, I don't want they don't give too much experience, so that could, in a way, you want to set aside some time if you want to do something like that. But anyway, here's the first of many when it comes to whatever, however you pronounce this game. Stay tuned. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll continue showing off a little bit more. Thanks.